Oh, hey everyone, it's Dave Barnett from the InvestLocalBook.com blog site, author of Invest Local. Sorry it's taken me a little while to give you guys another update. I was away in Las Vegas on a vacation, and for those of you that don't know, I actually live on the east coast of Canada. I'm further east than Maine. So when I go to Vegas, it means crossing 4 time zones, and while it's pretty easy to do on the way westward, it can take a little while to get myself back on track when I get back out here on Atlantic time and end up pretty tired for a couple of days. But I had a really great time when I was there, and I was fortunate enough to be able to arrange a lunch with someone who I've been following for a long time, a fellow by the name of Robert Ian. Robert has a website called conquerchange.com and has been a business consultant and public speaker for 20 to 25 years. And he's also a regular commentator on an investment podcast that I follow. So I wanted to meet with Robert. I had sent him a review copy of Invest Local, and I wanted to get his opinion on the book, and I wanted to talk with him. And we had a really great lunch. It was supposed to be just lunch, but we ended up talking for a couple of hours. And what we ended up talking about, for the most part, were things like central bank policy and what the Federal Reserve is doing to the US dollar. If you read Invest Local, there is a section in there on inflation where I discuss how it's important that you be able to invest your money to get ahead of the inflation created by the central bank. You're almost in a race against the central bank. And because of what the central bank does in purchasing sovereign debt, it artificially keeps interest rates on market instruments like government bonds low, while actually creating inflation in the price of real things, which is the inflation rate that everyday people are concerned with. I remember 5 years ago when a new grocery store was built in my neighborhood, their deli department was offering fully cooked roast chickens. These little small roast chickens, they're hot, and you can just take them right home and have them for supper. Those were for $7.99 5 years ago, and now they're $11.99. Over 5 years. That's a compounded annual rate of return of somewhere between 7 and 8%. Yet the government of Canada will tell you that inflation is 2%. So that's an example of what I'm talking about. I got some interesting feedback from my last video update where I said I was on my way to Las Vegas, because I was talking about how I wanted to incorporate a business meeting into the trip, and how there could be tax advantages to doing things like that. And I actually got a comment back from a viewer named Rick, who wanted to get some ideas on businesses that you could run sort of on the side while you keep a full-time job. There are people on YouTube that do a bunch of this kind of stuff, and I think it's a question that's probably good for a whole series of videos and shows. And I think I'm going to put a different spin on it than what I've seen before. But stay tuned, because I'm going to probably do a whole series and create a playlist of videos based on the type of businesses that one could run to develop a secondary cash flow, secondary form of income apart from one's full-time job. The other thing is that I got a great comment from Mobile Phone Watches on YouTube about how I can help improve the searchability of my videos, and I'm just learning how to do YouTube. I think I have the blog thing working out pretty well. Readership on the blog is growing substantially, but I'm kind of new to the YouTube thing, and I've been doing a lot of work online to try to figure out ways to grow the number of views that my videos get. And I just wanted to say a shout out to Mobile Phone Watches to thank him for the comment that he gave me on a way that I could help increase the searchability of my videos. Anyway, hope to be back on track. Kind of took me a few days to recover from the flight back. Had a fantastic time in Vegas, and stayed right on the Strip. And one of the cool things that I did while I was there is I visited the National Museum of Atomic Testing, And I got to tell you, wow. I mean, really neat stuff. I think it's affiliated with the Smithsonian Institute. A lot of great stories from the guys who used to work, I believe it's called the Mercury Test Area, Mercury, Nevada, on the Mercury Highway, I guess, is what it's all named after. Interesting, though, because the whole place is kind of covered in an inch of propaganda. And it's always interesting to see how people will try to sell everyone on the idea that all of this tax money has to be collected from people and funneled into these types of projects in the name of freedom, even though, of course, governments taxing people is the exact opposite of freedom, in my opinion. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll see you again soon. Please visit the blog site, investlocalbook.com. And if you haven't already, you really need to buy a copy of my book, Invest Local. It's available from Amazon in paperback and Kindle format on any of the Amazon stores around the world, or you can download it in PDF from investlocalbook.com. Thanks. Have a great day.